Our movie, EO, it's a story about Donkey, who is like, it's about, his journey from one hand to the another hand. It's also a story about how Donkey perceive, our world. It's like a little bit story about human world through the donkey's eyes. It was one of the most beautiful, part of our collaboration that Jerzy, it's director who giving you such a creative space. I am a person who really like do proper preparation before starting a project. Jerzy is more freestyling director, so as two completely opposition, we create very good bond and balance. We balance together as a team. For this project, I decided to choose Alexa Mini LF, large format version, with Canon lenses K35. My decision was motivated to enhance the subjective point of view of Donkey. I wanted to find a solution which could enhance perspective of the donkey. The main camera setup looked at, I decided to take off the battery and all those devices, connected to camera, of the camera, to keep camera as light as possible. So on the end, what I kept was body with the lens, with one pipe on which was fixed this, remote motor for focus puller and top handle, nothing else. It was always the question, how should the scene? And we spent a lot of time before and already on a set, being on a set, with thinking and with, coming up with new ideas how to shoot this scene. So there wasn't any one question or solution how should do the scene, because perspective of the donkey was every time completely different. Thinking regarding to the donkey's perspective, I tried to step into donkey's head and think how this animal could behave in a specific situation. Mainly it was about camera movements, the camera height, the angle. Also, it was about focal length, choosing proper. Mainly, whole film was shot on 35. So the donkey in this lens looked the best. The shape of the head looks the best in this focal length, and also in the aspect ratio which we choose, because we decided to shoot whole film in full format aspect ratio, in which head of the donkey looked the best. Our main set rule was that we need to have the clean space. Everybody should be very calm without shouting, any rush around the animal, around the set. Usually we were prepared for 360 degrees blocking. Also in terms of lighting, I try to light set in a very complex way without having stands around, The most trickiest scene for me in this film was the scene of saying goodbye of Cassandra, when Cassandra saying goodbye to Donkey in the middle of the film, which we shot completely during dawn, and it was particularly challenging because we needed to balance our artificial light, a huge softbox which was hanging above the set, with natural, very limited magic hour light, which was disappearing extremely quick. In general, our approach to shooting this film overall was to shoot everything in one take, without cutting, without stopping. Even if we stopped in the middle of the shoot, it was more technical stop without switching off the camera. It took around 8 minutes, so every take took us 8 minutes, which means that during 8 minutes of lasting this take, we got kind of strong drop of the light, so we needed to react after each of them with dimming lights down.